Hi and welcome to Anti-Shoulder Impingement Training. In between the bunch of exercises, I'm going to read something about bronchiectasis and try to learn and understand it. Participating in the exercises is at your own risk. Bronchiectasis is a severe disease. I'm going to talk in between the exercises about a severe disease. And if you feel at any moment pain in the shoulder at the shoulder impingement point, then stop. Then don't do the exercise. Let's start with the first exercise. It's just shoulder circuits. So we're going back, up, and in front. We're starting with forward shoulder circuits. So we're going back of shoulders, up and in front, and back, up and in front. And one more. Now whole thing backwards. So in front, up, back and down. And a last one. And now to the first things to bronchiectasis. It's always a little bit of information. We're trying to puzzle it together. So bronchiectasis is a disease affecting the lungs. So by bronchiectasis, the lungs are affected. It affects the lungs. By bronchiectasis, the airways in the lungs are enlarged. So by this disease, the airways in the lungs are enlarged. We have a little explanation to airways. An illustration in the source material depictures what is referred to with airways as tunnel pipeline-like passages through which the air is like in a traffic system delivered to different parts of the lungs. So the lungs are not hollow, but they are, according to this illustration in the source material of this, are ways. They are bronchioles and bronchies in, and they are like pipelines, like tunnels delivering the air to different parts of the lungs. And they are affected by bronchiectasis. Next exercise. We're having now long arms, now bent in the elbows, and hands formed to fists. And we are going back with the shoulders, completely back. Now we're trying to come further back by lifting the shoulders up. Lift them completely up and try to lift the shoulders high up while we're moving them in front. Now try to move the shoulders more in front while bringing the arms down. Now try to bring the arms further down while you bring the shoulders back. Now try to bring the shoulders further back while you lift the shoulders up. Now try to lift the shoulders higher up while you move them in front and we're moving them down. And now in the other direction. We're trying to come further in front while we're moving them up. We have moved them up. Now try to lift them higher while we're moving backwards. Try to lift them further back while we're coming down. Now try to bring them further down while we're bringing the shoulders slowly in front. And we have brought them in front. Now bring them up again. And we're bringing them back and try to bring them higher up while we're moving them back. And the last one, try to bring the shoulders further back while we're going down. Try to bring them further down while we're going in front. And we are done with this exercise. So bronchiectasis affects the airways, which are tunnel pipeline-like things for which the air is transported to all the different parts of the lungs. They are affected by bronchiectasis. The symptoms are typically a chronic cough with mucus production. So a chronic cough, it's chronically cold all the time. And there's a mucus production, whatever that means, it's not really explained here. But another explanation to mucus. Mucus is a fluid-like substance in the lungs to prevent the lungs from getting dry. So mucus is in the lungs. It's also in the trachea and other parts of the respiratory tract and the airways. In the airways from trachea to the terminal bronchioles are hair-like cilia. These hair-like cilia are surrounded by the periciliary layer on which the mucus is overlaying, and the mucus unwanted particles called pathogens are trapped. The mucus is then by the hair-like cilias, which are beating in a wave-like movement, transported to the pharynx, and then swallowed or called out. So, from the trachea to terminal bronchioles, so the part of the bronchioles, there is cilia, which is a hair-like thing. It's hair-like cilia, are we called. And they are beating in a rhythm, in a coordinated rhythm they are, so they create a wave. And this wave moves the mucus up the trachea to the pharynx and can be then called out or swallowed down. And in this mucus, this fluid-like mucus, pathogens, which are things which shouldn't be in the lungs, are trapped, and they are then moved up by this wave-like movement of cilia hair to the pharynx and then called out or swallowed down. The next exercise, we're having the legs standing wide apart, we're going a bit into the knees, ranging forward with a straight leg, letting the arms hang, and now we are bringing the scapulars together and we're pressing them really together with scapulars. Have a straight back and put effort into bringing the scapulars together. Now we're making fists and we're bringing the arms up. and really press the scapulas together. And releasing the arms and the scapulas, and another round. We're hinging a bit into the knees, so now we're going a bit down into the knees, bending forward with the back, straight back, but letting the arms hang. We're bringing the scapulas together, we're bringing them really together with a lot of effort. Making fists with the hands, and we're bringing the arms up, and bring the scapulas really together. Now release the arms and the scapulas, and that was the exercise. So, again the same explanation to the cilia hair. The process of mucus which overlays the periciliary layer, so it's called periciliary layer. The periciliary layer catches and which catches and traps the pathogens. The mucus which is overlaying the periciliary layer catches the pathogens. The mucus does it. And moves them through a wave-like movement of the lungs to the pharynx to call them out or swallow them is called mucociliary clearance. So that process has the name mucociliary clearance. Mucociliary clearance. The mucus is through the ciliar hair moved up and out. The next exercise. We're having again legs standing wide apart. We're hinging a bit into the knees. We're hinging forward, now with a round back. We're bringing the scapulas in front, letting the arms hang. I'm turning the arms to the inside, lifting the arms high up and to the inside. We're straightening up and we're bringing the scapulas down and to the inside. We're pressing the scapulas to the inside and down. Bringing the arms further up and to the inside. So the arms up to the inside, the scapulas down and to the inside. With effort. And releasing the arms and the scapulas. And one more time. Legs wide apart. We are going a bit into the knees. We're hinging forward. We're making a round back. We're bringing the scapulas in front, letting the arms hang. Bringing the arms to the inside. Bringing the arms up and to the inside. We are straightening slowly up. We're bringing the scapulas down. Nearly down. The arms up and to the inside. And together the scapulas. Arms up and to the inside. Scapulas down and to the inside. And releasing and releasing. So, from the terminal bronchioles in the lungs to the trachea up to the trachea are ciliar hair, surrounded by periciliary layer, but the cilia hair is an important part. And the cilia are hair-like, they are cilia, they are not hairs. These hair-like cilia, there's mucus over the periciliary layer, and in this mucus are pathogens, things which should not be in the lungs, are caught. And the ciliar hair are beating in a coordinated manner, creating a wave which transports the mucus up to the pharynx, and then it can be caught out or swallowed down, and the pathogens which should not be in the lungs are brought out. So other symptoms beside of, which is also bronchiectasis. By bronchiectasis, the airways in the lungs are enlarged, and the symptoms are typically a chronic cough with mucus production. So other symptoms are shortness of breath, coughing up of blood, chest pain, wheezing, and nail clubbing. So shortness of breath, the breath has not that much power. Coughing up of blood is called out, hemoptysis. And chest pain, wheezing, that's a crackling, wheezing sound of the lungs and the airways. And nail clubbing, the distal part, so the last part of the fingers is larger, it's thicker than it should be. People affected are more vulnerable to lung diseases. Now to the next exercise. We are having long arms with long hands, and we're bringing these arms up, and we are actively thinking about bringing the scapulas, opening the scapulas to the skull, and we're bringing the scapulas controlled down. And again, we're bringing the arms up, and we are actively thinking about bringing the scapulas opening with the arm up to the sky, as they should. Bringing the arms up and the scapulas opening up to the sky, and again down. And bringing the arms up and the scapulas opening to the sky, and again down. And if you feel pain or somewhere here, then don't do this exercise. And now a little bit different, the arms out to the side, and we're actively thinking about bringing the scapulas in front. So moving the scapulas actively over the ribcage. Opening again, we're actively thinking about bringing the scapulas as we should, or more or less as we should, in front and back again. So scapulas at the front, over the ribcage, and back together. And the last time, in front and back. Now the next exercise. We are making the hands against the fists, long straight arms. We're bringing the scapulas a bit So the scapulars back together and opening a bit, bring the chest a bit out. So scapulars back together, open the chest a bit, open the scapulars a little bit to the sky. Just open the chest. And now we're bringing the arms back, so we're turning the hands with fists backwards. The external rotation. So the right hand to the right hand. Now we're changing. The arms are going in front, but the scapulars staying in position. Bring the scapulars back together and we open the chest basically. And the arms in front with a little bit of pressure. And changing. Again, we turn the arms back and the scapulars are staying back and down. Down also because we're opening up the sky. And the arms are turning for last time in front and the scapulars back together and the chest out. And the next exercise, the arms out to the side. And we're bringing the arms in front a little bit. And now we're turning the arms in front, the scapulars down and to the inside. So the arms are going in front, scapulars down to the inside. And we're changing. The arms back, the scapulars up. The arms back, the scapulars up with pressure. Don't just bring them in a position. And the arms in front, the scapulars back, so down to the inside. The scapulars back, down and to the inside, and the arms in front. And in the other direction, the arms back, shoulders up. Now the next exercise, you can also use the tennis ball, but if I drop it, this would be quieter. Taking it to the outside with a long arm, we are letting it fall, and then catching it again. Like. The other side. Try to have a straight arm by this exercise. And if I'm right, the last exercise. We're bringing the arms together. And we're going a bit down with the arms. And pressing them a little bit up. And again down into the middle. The scapulars in front. And move the scapulars as we should backwards. And again in front together. And a bit slower. And move the scapulars so that we're good as socket for the arm. Together, scapulars back, together, and up a bit, and move them so that we're going back. That's the problem of shoulder impingement. And up with scapulars, not up with scapulars, and thicker, and just closing in. That is, if I'm right, the end of all the exercises. Just a relaxation exercise, so the muscles of the bringing the arm in front, stretching it. Yeah, that shoulder stays back. We'll change it to the other side. And with that, we are done with all the anti-shoulder impingement training. No, but we don't have much time left, just a little over a minute. Let's look what we can do for the bronchiectasis. So, causes of bronchiectasis can be measles, pneumonia, tuberculosis, and cystic fibrosis. By cystic fibrosis, the gene encoding the cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance regulator protein, which is in the production of sweat, digestive fluids, and mucus involved, is not properly. And that leads to that secretions are thicker. By cystic fibrosis, the lungs can't be cleared properly, making them more vulnerable to infections. By bronchiectasis, the airways are enlarged, therefore they can't be cleared properly anymore. So that's the central part. By bronchiectasis, the airways in the lungs are enlarged. And because they are too large, they can't be cleared properly anymore. And that's the problem. 500,000 people in the United States of America have it, so 500,000 people in the United States of America have bronchiectasis. And through the introduction of antibiotics, bronchiectasis has become less common. The economic costs are per year $500 million in the United States. And René Laennec used a stethoscope, which he invented to discover bronchiectasis. So, René Laennec discovered bronchiectasis with a stethoscope, which he had invented. It costs $500 million in the United States per year. 500,000 people has it in the United States. And the problem is that the bronchioles, the airways in the lungs, are enlarged, and because of that, they can't be cleared properly anymore. I thank you very much, and until the next time.